How much longer do you need to live a life you hate before you actually do something about it? Welcome to How to Beat You podcast, where we grow together, and I'm your host, Jarrell Henry. And today we're talking about why you can't afford to wait. Your dreams aren't just gonna happen. If you want to live them shits, you gotta make them happen. And the longer you take to wait, the more you live a life you hate. So, my advice, find the smallest gateway of entry in whatever your dream is and start fucking today. Start now. As soon as you finish this, start now, because today you can push it off tomorrow and that turn up the next day and the next day, and next thing you know, weeks, months, years have went by and you still doing the same thing that you don't fucking like. And you can change all that today. And it don't take much for an entry gateway. A lot of times you can do whatever you want to do on your phone. Say you want to get an IT. There's coding classes you can learn on your phone. If you want to make beats, there's garage bands. You can do shit on your phone or whatever you have. Whatever you looking at this on, you probably can start in your field. It's just take you actually doing it. And the quicker you do it, the better you will feel. I wanted to start this podcast for a while. I actually wrote it down in my journal in 2020 or so. But I was like, oh, it's not the right time, and it's not the right time, and it's not the right time. And that was 2024. And I'm just now really starting this and trying to get this out here. And that's on me. I'm human. I fuck up too. And I'm still learning as I go. But it don't gotta be like that. You can decide you want to do something and just start. And you can be great from it. When it comes to actually starting it, you need to understand life not gonna wait for you, man. Ain't nobody gonna wait for you, and your dreams not gonna automatically happen. It take years to build something stable. I didn't personally have this podcast, but I've been reading and learning and living and intentionally growing for years. So I got shit to say, and I know how to say it. And that's the thing. A lot of times you have the skills necessary to succeed in the field that you want to do. It's your dream, and you get this urge in your soul and your feeling because you supposed to do it. This is for you. What you want wants you, but it can't want you more than you want it. And it's never going to happen like that. So you got to show up. You got to play your part. You can pray for it. You can manifest it. You can wish it. But all of those include you playing your fucking part. God will only meet you halfway. Your manifestations will only meet you halfway. You have to be willing to do the work. And that starts with fucking starting. You don't have to look cool. It don't have to change the world today. That's not how shit work. And even if you started today and it blew up today, if you haven't done the work necessary to sustain it, it'll only fuck you up in the long run. So you might as well start. You might as well get a foundation, get an understanding of what it is that you're trying to do and how to do it. And you don't have to have all that information to start, though. I used to feel because I overthink a lot. I can get anxious and I can overthink. And I'm actually good at thinking, but sometimes it's too good. And it fucked me up. So I used to feel like I had to have whole encyclopedia of the game to start. And this podcasting, but this anything. I also make music, and I just used to feel like you needed so much. But nowadays, I think it's better to start with absolutely zero knowledge at all. That first time, just go into it completely blind, because you can try to, I need to have this, but truth be told, if this your first time doing it, even if you get the knowledge, 99% of you won't be able to apply it immediately. I can't do that most of the time, and I'm pretty good at this. So that's okay. That's fine. That's how it's supposed to go. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. because wisdom is actual experience versus just shit you read or shit you saw. So even if you get a whole lot of information, that doesn't mean that you'll be able to apply it immediately. And even if you can, you might not need all of that shit. Like it's not necessary to have all of that right now. Some of this information that you trying to go hard and go get, you won't need for another 3-4 years. But you want to plan it all out now. No, that's not gonna fucking help you. It's okay to have a long vision, but you have to walk it out. You have to be able to take that first step and let those steps get you where you want to be. When you running and you tired, it's not staring at the goal that's going to get you where you want to be, but it's okay, I'm going to take this next step, and I'm going to take this next step, and these thoughts and distractions going to come off, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm going to keep taking this next step. I know it's up there. I know where I want to be, and that's fine. That's great. It's amazing to know where you want to be if you know where you want to be. Also, a lot of people don't know where they want to be, but you have to move. Even if you don't know that end result, the only way you gonna get there is to start somewhere. Start doing something, because you probably fucking hate your life. You might not. You might be cool and comfortable, but what the fuck is comfort? Like, if you comfortable in a situation that is draining you and isn't healthy for you, then you still need to leave. Just because you are comfortable there doesn't mean that's productive for your growth. A lot of times you're comfortable in shit that's not productive for your growth. I spent most of my young adult life smoking all the time and just chilling and expecting shit to change, but it don't work like that. And it's nothing wrong with smoking or whatever. I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying, growth is on the other side of comfort. If you want to grow into something you've never seen, or you don't even know how you can get there, the comfort zone is the killer. That's going to get you the furthest away from that. So you cannot afford to live in that life. And you have to protect what you want to do. I know you might not feel that way. No, you might feel that way. You know people don't want your good. You know even some of the people around you don't want you to shine more than them. Like, let's be real. And if you don't know that, if you start choosing your dream, you're going to learn it real fast. So let me tell you right here, right now, protect your dream. If there's not somebody you feel like you can trust with your life, you probably shouldn't be telling them all this information about what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. That's stupid. That's going to get you heartbroken and fucked up. That's not the result. I don't want that for you. I've lived it. Trust me. I used to think everybody wanted my good. And what I came to learn is that not only does everybody not want your good, but even there are people that want your good that don't want you to break out of line. Like, they're used to safe. And safe is comfortable, 9 to 5, you know. And there is nothing wrong with that if that's the lifestyle you choose to live. But if you want more, then you have to leave that. But everybody's going to tell you you're crazy for leaving that. Everybody's going to tell you it's a bad decision. Everybody's going to tell you that they don't understand you. And these can be people that genuinely love you. We're not even talking about the people that don't want your good. The people that genuinely love you, because they want more for you, they will want you to get more in their way. But your way may not be their way. My way was not the way of nobody I knew. And that shit hurt. But that's what it takes. If you want to do something bigger than everybody you know, you gotta go do that shit. And you gotta understand that don't nobody know the way, including the people that found the way eventually or got there eventually. They didn't know the whole fucking what they was gonna have to deal with and they ain't know chapter 15 at chapter 1. And this where you at. You're at chapter 1. Fucking start the game. It's not. No, it's gonna be hard. No, it's gonna be hard. And it's a long game. And I need you to know that now. Go into it with the understanding that this will take years. This will not be easy. This will take a bunch of intentional learning and intentional growth if you want to get where you want to be. But it is doable and it is capable even of you right now. And there's something that you have right now that other people need. Like I said, I had spent years reading, learning, and living and being intentional with my growth. So I know that even though I'm just starting this podcast, I have a lot of information that people need. And sometimes imposter syndrome will make you feel like you're not good enough. And that's real. But you are good enough for the people God made for you. You may not check everybody's boxes. You may not fit in any box, because I don't. But for the people that God needs you to touch, you can touch them as you are. You do not have to force yourself to be anything that you're not, because you are already good enough. You are already enough to start and accomplish things. And you need to know that. You need to know that it's okay to suck. It's okay to fail. It's okay to be a beginner. Because every master was a beginner. No nigga that got 10 mil is going to look at you crazy for you trying to make $100. Like, no, they understand, or some of them understand the hustle. Some people, they might have the money and be able to drop $5,000 on brand new equipment, got all this fresh stuff, got somebody recorded. I'm recording this on my phone, and it's my old phone because my phone is actually broken. So I'm recording this on my iPhone 8, and the mic and stuff I use for music. But I'm just saying, like, it's doable. You don't need a lot. You don't need everything. Because even with that everything, you're still a fucking beginner and you still got to learn the ropes just like everybody else. If you can skip a few steps for your money, I'm not going to tell you not to, but I couldn't do that shit. And I know plenty of people I know can't do that shit. And that's fine. You already know how to work, or a lot of people already know how to work. If you done a 9 to 5 a lot of your life, or played sports, or had anything you really chose to give your all in, like, you know what it takes. You know, I played football 16 years, and I managed to get a college scholarship and do well until I got hurt. But even without that, it's okay. You just gotta start. If you've never had something went your all in, today is the day. Today is the day to start. Basically, we can't afford to wait. No one is coming to save you. Life is hard. This shit is hard, especially in your early 20s. This shit is hard. You might get some help here and there, but it's not easy to build a life that you want to live. I know what it's like to live a life you hate and not want to live it, to the point where you even contemplating taking yourself out of it. Like, I deal with these things. I've dealt with these things. And that's okay. I just want you to start. The way forward is better than what you left. If your life is already shit, what do you really have to lose by doing something to make it better? So start. And know I believe in you. And know you can believe in yourself and you can get what you want. It's doable for you as you are. So start. Thank you for joining. This is How to Beat You podcast. We'll be dropping episodes every Wednesday. And our Instagram and TikTok and everything is How to Beat You podcast. But thank you for joining. And know you can do what you want to do. Thank you.